Hi, my name's Richard Neville. I'm the Senior Product Development Manager here at Catz, here at our development offices here in Wales in the UK. And I'm going to talk to you today about the R.A.T Pro X, our new super duper mouse that we've been working on for a little while now. So this here you can see is it's a generational step up from what we've done previously with the old R.A.T range. The R.A.T 7 was our main product that had lots of adjustable features, even won a Guinness World Book of Records award for the most adjustable mouse in the world. When we were looking at that, we decided we took apart every single part of the mouse, looked at it, analysed it, and decided exactly what it was we could do to improve the mouse to make this a true generational step beyond what we've done before. So I'm going to start with the bottom of the mouse. This is the easiest place to start to show you some of the new things we've done. The first obvious new thing is that the feet are removable. They come on these skis. Now, these 2 feet here actually have a ceramic foot on them. Rather than the usual PTFE, which you do have as an option in the box, of course, the ceramic feet actually offer really low friction, especially on hard surfaces such as this desk or a plastic mouse mat. And that's really important to get that really low friction feel, so you just don't feel like the mouse is dragging on you. You're getting all the control that you need to game perfectly with your mouse. But that's sort of like something interesting, and the reason why we have removed them is because when we remove them, we get access to the first major feature that has never been done before in a mouse, gaming or otherwise, and that is to remove the sensor. Now, this one here is a sensor module. It has the brains for everything. The mouse itself right now is just a number of switches, metal chassis, plastic, no intelligence in there whatsoever. Everything is in this module, including the memory for storing profiles. You can flick through it using that button on there. Now this module here has the Philips PLN 2037 twin-eye laser in it. We also ship 2 other versions of the mouse. One that has the Pixart 18S 9800 laser in it, which is the laser sensor that many people are using in their mice right now. That gives you the option if that's what you want, because a lot of people are used to it. We're also shipping one with a Pixart PMW 3310 sensor. Now this is an optical infrared sensor, and it's the one that quite a lot of the hardcore gamers tend to go for. That's the sensor that they're looking for. The key point here is choice. If you have a particular sensor that you want to use, you're not limited to the mouse. You don't have to pick a particular mouse to get that sensor. You can pick this mouse and choose whatever sensor you want. Of course, this also enables you up to proper future-proofing. This module can be removed. If we decide to release a new one with a new higher DPI or higher movement rate sensor in a few months' time, we can do that. Stick it on the website, you purchase it, and then just slot it in. And it's as easy as that, it goes straight in. So that's the first, world first innovation on this mouse, but it doesn't stop there. And the way you can easily see that is when I do this. The mouse wheel, we have really taken a fine look at to see where we can do, what we can do to really change how things have been done before. So the mouse wheel, we have done a number of things to change up what's been done before on mice. The first thing is that normally with a mouse you have a standard rotary encoder that has a click feature on it. Now what we've done here with this mouse is we've actually got it built into here, an optical sensor, kind of like the one in the bottom of the mouse, but this is used purely for tracking the movement of the scroll wheel. Now that makes it far more accurate. Some of these rotary encoders on other mice, over time they can start to get a bit flaky. You might find that if you scroll a click, it just doesn't happen. So you scroll down and nothing happens on screen. That's because the encoder is starting to get a bit dirty and a bit worn out. With this, that's not going to happen because it's purely optical. There's a reflective disc in there. There's no way for dirt to get in there. It's just going to carry on working. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that many mice have a tilt wheel, which is a digital function. We actually have a strafe function. Now it's not digital, it's actually analog. Now that is exposed to the computer as an axis, just a game controller axis, which means that if you find a game that supports game controllers, you can then assign that in there and you can get a true analog response. Now where this came from was when you're playing first-person shooters, we noticed that if you do have a lean function in the shooter, quite often it's a digital function. You're either leaning at 45 degrees or straight up. It's not really that realistic. It doesn't allow for the ability to peek. So we've done this so that game developers now have the option to support an analog lean function. You can then just slightly lean out from the corner so you don't expose your whole body, meaning there's much less target for your enemies to hit. There's other functions as well. I mean, Battlefield games, you could assign that to an analog rudder function, so when you're controlling the helicopters or anything else in the game, that there is an option that you can use. So that's another world first. The final option to show you here is this little red screw. Now right now we've got this actually pretty loose. We have dialed the tension back so that you actually got a pretty freewheeling mouse. But all I need to do is just do this, and now you can actually, if I hold it up to the microphone, you can actually hear the click there. That's now a lot stronger. And you can then just dial it up and down so you can get it exactly as you want it. Because every mouse has a different level of force click on the scroll, and again it's a point of differentiation. People say, oh, I don't like that mouse, the scroll wheel is too clicky, or it's too soft, or whatever. This way you can again configure it exactly as you want it. And you just click it down then when you're finished, and you're done. There is one other thing that they're raising up that this mouse scroll wheel allows you to do, and that is to actually remove the scroll wheel. So you'll see here we have a box of parts that come with the mouse. Now we have a standard rubber wheel. We also have this one, which actually is quite interesting because this one, when it clicks on, is actually quite high, but it actually has the higher sides, which is really perfect for really getting that extra purchase for doing the analog strafe. Very, very handy indeed. So that's another world first. We've also taken other looks at how we did things with the original R.A.T mice. Now again, we looked at ways to reduce weight. One of the key criticisms that we took on board from the R.A.T 7 was that it was too heavy. So we have done everything we possibly can with this product to make sure that it is as lightweight as possible. I mean, on this palm rest you can see we've even removed plastic where it's not needed. That gives you a bit of air on your palm when you're using it, but it also reduces weight. The main thing that the whole mouse is built off, of course, is this chassis, which is the old chassis was actually an aluminium sheet, press plate, which was pressed into shape. It wasn't massively heavy as it happens, but anything we could do to make it lighter, we did. So this is actually now a magnesium alloy chassis, which is much lighter than the old aluminium chassis. It's even stronger. It doesn't stop there though. We've even used carbon fiber for the thumb rest, which of course is lightweight but extremely rigid. Anything we could do to reduce the weight, improve the strength of the mouse, we have done. It's all about marginal gain. So even if we were only losing a gram of weight here, half a gram there, we did it to make sure that once you put it all together, you end up with a product that is much lighter than the original product. As a result, this is now somewhere in the region of about 110 grams, which is at least 40 to 50 grams lighter than the R.A.T 7 was. So we've still got other features to talk about here, as you can see from all these parts. We still have the removable pinky rest. This is the standard one. We have the one that allows you to rest your pinky finger on it. That was really popular actually. We were quite surprised how popular that option was. And then new for this is this one here, which has the hook. Now there are quite a few gamers who, when they're gaming, they actually move the mouse quite a lot and lift it loads. That there gives you an extra bit of purchase for your finger to make sure that when you lift the mouse, it'll come up with you. We've still got a removable thumb rest now. So this one here you see actually follows the contours of the mouse. We have an optional thumb rest here. It doesn't look massively different, but actually when you hold them together, you can see it pushes out the angle, makes the mouse slightly wider. And again, it's all about personal comfort and choice, making sure that the mouse you have in your hand is configured so it's absolutely as you want it. The palm rests are still removable. We've made it a bit easier than previously. We have options here in the box. We have a standard one that is got some air cutter, as I said, and weight, so it's got more air to your palm. We have another one which doesn't have that option, and we have this one which when you slot it on top, you'll see it actually raises up the height of the mouse. Again, if you want that mouse coming up into your palm more so it fits into your hand, you have that option. The other new thing that we want to talk about here is that with the palm rest, some people that actually gave us feedback, again, they didn't like this shape as entirely as it was. They felt a corner dug in too much maybe. So what we've actually done is we've given you the ability to just lift it up and then rock it over. So that now is completely tiltable. Again, it fits with the fact that normally your hand is tilting down. You have that option there, which gives you added comfort. So that there is the R.A.T Pro X. It is definitely a true generational leap over what has been offered by Catz or anyone else before.